Should we introduce it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hi guys. Hello.
Hi everyone.
Unfortunately, Mark couldn't be here. He decided to leave the series.
Yeah. He was really upset about our recent news about getting engaged.
And also, he said that he's the least best reactor, and he felt like it was sort of evolution that he should leave, which also means that you're going to leave quite soon as well, if that follows suit. Actually. Anyway, they didn't enjoy the last episode, the ghost of Marcus here, but I did. I think that the puppet show is, fun, and, that's what we want to have. So the next episode is called Nightmares. I'm sure that's going to be a lot of fun.
Hi!
Oh, hi. Oh my god, hi! How are you? We were just talking about how great at reacting we thought you were.
Yeah.
And everything,
talented,
like,
actually.
good personality.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, I'm very much hoping that this episode restores my faith in the Buffy universe because it's taken a little dent. It won't be much to like bring it back on course. But I'm really hopeful because we're near the end of the season. And
Is it 12 episodes?
It's 12 episodes, yeah.
We are really close. We're
Yeah.
nearly there.
This is episode 10.
It's episode 10. I think you guys will notice the last episode was the first episode we didn't talk about me spoiling anything. So I've come, thank you, guys.
Well, to be honest, there wasn't much to spoil. They'd already ruined it themselves.
It is still an achievement. Right, let's watch the episode where Willow dies.
Shut up.
It's a Meatloaf video.
Yeah. Where's Celine Dion coming from?
Why is she in there?
I think it might be not real.
It's a dream. Nightmares! It's called Nightmares.
Nightmares.
Oh yeah.
Oh, whose hand's that? Nails.
Oh, it's just a bit.
Her mum.
Yes. Hello, Doofus. You're in my light.
Wendell, what is wrong with you? Don't you know that she is the center of the universe and the rest of us merely revolve around her?
Why don't you revolve yourselves out of my light?
Hey guys, was there any homework?
We're doing active listening today.
Cool!
It should
What
be in your
happens?
planner.
That would be the homework.
Science.
Oh! Oh, I don't like that. Don't close your mouth. Close your mouth.
Something is happening above. Something new, powerful, psychic force. Do you feel it?
I feel change.
Change.
Where's he got his
Yeah.
auto tune from?
Share.
Cher. Yeah.
What a word.
Cher hadn't even done it
I
yet.
wonder who does his gel.
98 she did it,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Maybe she got it from this.
We're watching you, Share.
You cheeky cow. You secret Buffy fan, you.
You just have to remember that your father adores you. No more than I do, by the way. Bye. Have a great day.
You do
Thanks.
not adore her.
See, look at that adoring look.
No, not adoring.
I hope you studied for the history test. What history test? The one we're having in fourth period right now. There's a history test?
Nobody told me there's a history test. Okay, I will catch
Should be in your planner.
Browns and tarantulas and black widows. Then my folks shipped me off to wilderness camp. All my brother had to do was maintain their habitats. Instead, he left their heat lamp on for a week.
Ooh.
When I came home, they were all dead.
So it's not necessarily a nightmare, it's like a premonition, which means she's going to end up doing exactly that
Hardly a
thing
shocker. You've cut history just about every time we've had it.
in her dream.
Well, I was there
Yeah.
the first day. I haven't been to class. I haven't read any of the assignments. How am I going to pass this test?
Fine luck.
Well, you're not Buffy. I have no sympathy for that.
No, well, she might just know.
No, it's her own fault. You can't just know a history exam.
I used to get that look so many times when I did tests.
She's really really struggling. But at least she brought a sharpener to class. A lot of students don't do that.
What?
You shouldn't go in there.
Who is she?
Well, it doesn't look good for her. No one knows who she is.
Why have they got this in the school?
That you can just get into really easily.
Yeah, where's their janitor?
He's probably dead.
Also, who goes for a smoke break on their own? Like, you go with your mates, don't you?
Ooh.
Oh.
My god.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness.
Lucky 19.
Smoking kill.
So good.
This is so much better than the last episode already.
It's more clear,
Or
isn't
nice
it?
enough.
No, less
So we
clear.
saw who attacked her.
I was rather hoping that
I don't know.
it is.
Just better.
Lucky 19. That's weird, right?
Yes, yes.
No.
But why is she not dead or something?
Yeah, why didn't he kill her?
Why is she just gone for a quick respite?
Is she gonna be alright? You family?
Friends.
Is this a non-white person speaking again?
She's got a couple of shattered bones.
Here's my little baby!
What are you doing here?
How's my little booty? Mom, please don't kiss me in front of that. It's embarrassing. Mom, you cute little brat. Thanks, but Mom, my friends are right here.
Finds a spider's nest. We all live.
Xander, what happened here?
I don't know. I was just
No one would have a nightmare about walking into a classroom
Ow.
in their boxer shorts.
Ow. Gotta wake up.
They'd have a nightmare of being naked. Correct?
This can't be happening. This can't be.
Could I be seeing Billy's asteroid body?
Astral body, and I don't know. As usual, one doesn't have an inordinate amount of information to work with.
Mistake, Charles.
I mean, it was obviously astral though.
He can't even read. Who is he to judge?
There you are.
Sure. Yeah.
This is so weird. I really like it though.
Dad, this is Mr. Giles, the librarian. And
This is really peculiar, and I like it. This is creeping me out because it's like it's just a jar from real, isn't it?
It feels like a nightmare.
like Twilight Zone-ish.
Maybe it's all a
There's something
nightmare.
I need
Maybe it's
to
the nightmare
tell
with a nightmare with a nightmare.
About your mother. Why we split up.
Having you, raising you, seeing you every day. I mean,
Wow.
do you have any idea what that's like?
what?
Gosh, you don't even see what's right in front of your face, do you? Well, big surprise there. All you ever think about is yourself.
Whoa.
In trouble. Hey, Buffy, let's be honest. Could you stand to live in the same house with a daughter like that?
Why are you saying all these things?
Because they're true.
I don't like
I think
it
that's the
when
least we
these
owe
things
one
come
another.
true. This isn't very nice.
I don't really get anything out of these weekends with you. So,
This is really
why do
sad.
you say we just don't do them anymore? I sure thought you'd turn out differently.
Are you crying?
Oh.
Feels like Cordelia's dad, wasn't it?
Oh.
Red alert. Where's Buffy?
She just stepped out. Her father came by. He needed. Or else everyone in Sunnydale is going to be facing their own worst nightmare.
Oh my god.
I don't understand.
My god.
She looks awful like
There is a
that.
syndrome called uncombable hair syndrome, and she's got it.
Is there really?
Yeah, it's really bad. It's actually true, everyone. Look it up.
Billy, why do you keep walking around the school and winding everyone up? Shit.
Because he wants to.
Can anyone else see him? She knows that she can
Oh,
help.
why you gotta play that song so loud?
Billy? Are you Billy Palmer?
Billy P.
Why are you here? Okay, what? Just tell me.
He's here!
Oh my god! Why do you do
You did
that?
it first!
I didn't mean... It's a basketball sport.
He's the dream demon.
Oh my god.
He's very
Where are you going?
But he's not that strong because he didn't kill that girl.
Oh my god.
Faster if we split up to look for her.
Good idea.
Faster, but not really safer.
Yeah.
Never a good idea.
Never a good idea.
Oh, never a good idea. Yeah, at least you get another shot of this. Chase team. No. If I ever wrote a TV show or
Buffy?
film, I would never ever write a scene that was, let's all split up. That's a great idea. It's so never a good idea.
No, I don't like it. Oh my god, no, who is that? Oh no!
The Nazis.
Is he
What's
Jewish?
that? No one likes her. She's chocolate though. It tastes so sick.
I love it.
Oh my god, no, it's absolutely heinous. It is the worst
It
chocolate.
tastes of sick.
It tastes of fish, doesn't it?
Sick.
It's the sick of
Vomit.
fish. Yeah, I completely agree.
Can't believe you like it. Oh, because you lived in America and Americans like it
I'm
for
sure
some
it's like the
reason.
library.
I lived in America.
They
I
do.
don't know,
I don't know
she's
why they
kissed.
like it. It's
He
disgusting.
was playing.
Oh,
It's beside itself.
he's being singing, like
Oh, like she wouldn't do
the
last
public
episode.
humiliation thing.
Don't
Yeah.
get warmed up.
Birthday.
Oh. What the hell?
Oh my god, no way. Oh my god, great backwards anywhere roll, but no. That, no, hang on now.
How come that last episode wasn't allowed to be scary? But they were allowed to put that in, a killer clown?
Whirlwind.
It's like watching a completely different series.
I'm not being buried alive.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus.
Good time, Buffy.
I mean, he got off pretty loudly too. He can't read.
good girl, Xander. Yeah!
He's done 2 good punches this season.
Your blue animals were pathetic. Everyone can make a giraffe.
I'm sorry.
A hand.
Thought I was dead.
Buffy, your face.
Buffy.
Her nails are
Don't
perfect
look at
still.
me.
Though. Oh, this is so cool.
My Billy's still my hands.
Is Cabin in the Woods by Joss Whedon?
Yeah.
It's this. This is
Yeah.
Cabin in the Woods.
Billy!
You blamed him for losing the game. So you caught up with him afterwards, didn't you?
What are you talking about?
So what do you think? I think you guys like that a lot better.
Yeah, can you tell?
Well, you weren't saying anything, so yeah, I presume you were moaning.
I wasn't moaning in the last episode.
A little bit.
I just had a forthright opinion, and that's okay.
Some people would call it moaning.
Well, some people should get dictionaries.
You were moaning too.
Oh.
So why was that so much better?
Oh my god, it was better in every way. It felt like somebody had like put some money in the bank and like hired a writer and like just put everything together really, really well.
Who wrote that one?
Who wrote that one? Well, the storyboard was by Joss Whedon and it was written by David Greenwald.
Yeah. See, like I said, like, have you both seen Cabin in the Woods?
Yeah,
I have seen that.
Yeah. And that bit at the end is the same idea, isn't it? Of every creature all being together in one thing. So that scene in the hospital where you had Frankenstein going down and some other thing.
Very smart.
It was like, that was quite clever.
Yeah,
I really
well
like that. I thought it was a really good episode. I thought it was one of the best ones that we've had. And I liked the tapping into people's fears. I thought it was quite an original idea, them going into this nightmare world. That was, and what I really liked about that was that you didn't quite know for most of the episode what was happening, but everything, like you said, everything was a bit ajar.
Yeah.
Everything was or skew if you like. It was just off centre from reality. And they managed to put in bits of humour in the horror that worked, like Cordelia's hair.
Yeah, very
that
good.
That worked as humour in the horror.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and also like Xander bopping the clown in the face.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Also, the other thing is they managed to make it like a horror episode that had scary moments, that had funny moments, that had an emotional moment where you were really emotional.
Oh, it was really
but
sad.
it was all rooted from the same idea, and I thought that was really clever that they managed to get all those things from one idea.
It's the show. This episode, it found like humanity, and it put everything. What I've got to say, I thought it was a really clever episode. It all came together really, really well. And I thought what was also nice was that everybody everybody got a go. Like it was a really balanced in terms of characterization, and I loved bringing the master into it in a because then that is super creepy.
You sort of developed it without developing it because you were reminded of him again.
Looming threat is coming closer.
Looming threat without developing the story as much.
Yeah,
but it was nice to have it back in.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah, totally. I thought it was like a nightmare. Like it felt very spacey and airy, and I've always liked that episode. Like since I was younger, I think it's quite a good benchmark for what the characters are like. So good insight into them, because by finding out people's nightmares, you find out what matters to them.
What would yours have been?
Well, actually, do you want to go first?
I need to think about it. I will reflect.
What would yours be?
Did you say you're a reflective person?
Yeah.
Mine is probably, if you just go for like the really deepest, like darkest fear, it's probably like being lonely forever.
Yeah.
So being like in a room, not being with anyone, and having everyone else cut off from me forever.
Yeah.
It's quite dark.
I do think about recurring one I have. The only recurring one I have is that it's the last day of university, and everyone's like, "Have you got your paper to hand in?" And I'm like, "No," because I didn't really listen that hard during that time. So I think it is me feeling guilty about the fact that I didn't do that properly.
I've had genuine nightmares about forgetting my lines on stage though. So I've had nightmares of like that I haven't even learnt the lines, and I've gone on and had to blag the entire play.
Yeah.
Which obviously has never happened because you always learn your lines beforehand. But I remember like in a dream not quite recently, just before I did my last play.
Yeah.
And it was about 4 weeks before the show was going up, and I still wasn't really ready with my lines. And I just remember waking up and thinking, "It's today."
Yeah, right.
Oh my god, it's today, and that was quite a fear.
So you're the Willow, I'm the Buffy, and your nightmare?
My big nightmare is someone or something I love being taken away from me.
So like Cordelia with her hair.
If someone, I've been growing this for a long time, everyone, and if someone took this away, I'd be really upset. But like, somebody that I love being taken away unexpectedly or at the wrong time, or like through no fault of my own, losing everything. That is crushing, because again, that's really real.
And it happens to people with such randomness.
Yeah.
And we never know when that might happen to.
So I would also really like to know what your greatest fears are as well.
Yeah, write them in the comments down below. That would be really interesting to know. I just want to say, because as much as we've like raved about the episode, I think it was a really, really good one and really strong, but it wasn't like a 10 because I found the ending, the resolution, a little bit too neat, almost. You know, and he comes out of his coma, and I'm a bit.
The soap opera synth piano in the background.
Yeah, and I'm a little bit callous about these kind of things. I'd have kind of liked him to have like been sacrificed to get everyone else back to reality.
Right,
like he had to die or something. Maybe
Yeah.
that's a bit callous for a 12-year-old boy, but
Yeah.
I think that would have added a little bit to it.
Yeah. Or we discovered that he was actually born out of Natalie French's eggs, which have not made a reappearance. But there should have been. But I agree with you. A bit like in Stranger Things, there should be. What would have worked really well in that episode is if the ending had resulted in some kind of like there is a coda that we're about to come back to at some point. Like that kid was like sucked into hell or something, and yeah, I don't know.
Natalie French's eggs. I cannot believe you remember
What's
that.
happened to Natalie French, everyone?
I don't know if that's. I don't know.
She's still dead.
Anyway, Sebastian, your go.
My stakes, I give it.
Oh, we haven't done steak.
Yeah, I give it STAKE, not STAK. I give it 8.
8.
I'm gonna give it 8 as well. I'm not gonna go above that.
We've all gone 8.
Yeah.
24.
Yeah.
I think that might be our top, or if we had
That
25.
was a really good episode.
I think it was an example of an episode that is quite sort of classier than maybe previous ones. Like the horror was very relatable. Like we also were talking about our breakout personal versions. We didn't talk about any substitute teachers who were insects, or any time we got turned into a hyena. So it was very like, you know, thematically quite mature.
Yeah. But it's interesting, right? Because the other, not that the other ones are more realistic, but going into a dream, nightmare world, whatever, it's totally out there and totally ridiculous. Yes, you can't become what was he?
Hyena.
A hyena, but yeah.
It's really funny that
I don't know, but this one I bought into.
But I think I just had a thought when you were saying that, which is that I think because this was fantastical, like it allowed itself to like, I don't know, play with the rules a little bit. So I think because it was fantastical, it weirdly, like paradoxically, made more sense on its own terms than some of the previous episodes, which like the last episode for me made no sense in the storyline at all, and didn't make any sense on its own terms.
I think it's true with all, probably more with sci-fi and fantasy than it is with drama and other like any other kind of shows. But when you watch a show where the rules are not the same as real life, you have the writers really have to be on the same page. Because otherwise, if one of them takes you in one route and the other one takes another route, then you start not buying into it, and you want to be able to be on the same page with all the writers. And that's why something like Game of Thrones works so well. Is because it is so tight to me in terms of the reality that they've made you buy into,
it
that you can
like
believe it.
A lot of the time in this series, like the writers have never been in the same room.
Yes. I bet they have actually.
It feels like somebody like emailed in the details at some point. You know, they were working from home and they hadn't done a Skype call, and actually, you know, Tanya hadn't put it on the project plan that we were meant to like swap notes about characterization. Like all of that hasn't happened. But this episode, I like this episode so much.
But it, I know lots of the people that watch this have said to us, this season was rush released, so that may be a big part of it and why that happens.
In the variable peaks and troughs.
Yeah. So maybe that's part of the reason.
Where does this go now, Sebastian? Like, I know no spoilers, but like we've only got 2 episodes to go, so
exactly.
I can't imagine what's going to happen.
Well, I can't reveal, because that's why I've
learned
the point. On my own personal journey throughout this series.
Don't invite him to spoil it.
You're trying to chuck me under the bus. That's my nightmare. Your reactions to me spoiling.
Right. Anything else?
Not really. I need the toilet. But
okay.
Right. Yeah. Actually, I'm surprised that Buffy's biggest concern was actually that her dad was going to abandon her. But it's not. Maybe it's not a surprise. Maybe it's because her relationship with Joyce
afraid of that.
Is so strong that would never be a threat.
Yeah, she's more afraid that will actually happen.
When they were in the car, I was like, that was a really nice moment.
Yeah,
between
it was
them.
nice. Right, thanks very much for watching, guys. See you soon.
Bye.